it might topple over absolutely completely. Sorry about my hair. I haven't done anything to it today. But anyways, hello, welcome. I am Flower God, and I'm here to do not a reading today. Although I kind of want to. I've been wanting to get back into the swing of things, but this specific video is for a very, very good um, new friend of mine, Cassie. Cassie actually does a service for me, and I met her while she was like doing my eyebrows. She's a wonderful threader, and hi, Cassie. Anyway, Cassie was also wanting to know um, what you could actually, I don't know, interpret, or how to interpret the cards, or what's the best way. To be quite honest, that is up to you because every reader is different. Now, just so we can just jump into this video, mind you, this could take a very long time, but I'm just going to throw some tidbits out there that might be able to help someone who is newer, who is trying to get into tarot. I don't know how I was really going to approach this, um, but just here we go. So get your wine. Oops, see, I told you this was faulty. I told you. I think my wine glass was holding this up. And some pineapple wine that a good coworker made that I bought some from, and I've never had pineapple wine, and it's absolutely great. I don't know what he did to it. I know I have ice in it, but I just didn't chill it. So, and plus it's really, it's 11%, so I'm not trying to get wasted. But anyway, um, so what I was talking about earlier, Cassie, is that the tarot, it first started out as a game. I said this on this channel before for those of you who are kind of like a returning viewer. Um, it did start out as a game. And so there is a book that I got a while ago called Essential Tarot Writings because I also love to read up about it and know as much as I can. Hi, I hope you're doing well. This is a kind of like a crash course video for a friend of mine, and I told her I would make a video for her. Hope you guys are doing well. So basically, tarot, a lot of people think of it as a game, and it could very well be a game to them. It depends on the viewer and the viewer's mindset. A lot of times, as far as my mindset and how I approach tarot, tarot is indeed divination. It is a form of divination. There are many forms of divination. There have been people across millennia who have divined, which is either tell the future or tell a different, or expose, read the news on different energies. Um, just anything, just wanting to know the questions, consulting the other worldly, you know, from this realm. That is to divine, to get messages from the other side. Hi, thank you so much. So, in the Essential Tarot Writings, it explains that it did indeed start out as a game, which it did. People played with it across, you know, the Middle Ages as some ha-has, laughs, and funs. But if you really look at the history of tarot, you'll you'll be like, huh, there's a little bit more to it. So members, just to break the beginning of this introduction of this book down, basically there were some members of some esoteric communities, orders, clubs, secret societies, whatever you want to call them, that had access to archaic texts and writings and just different drawings of, you know, archaic writings, and I would some biblical, which, mind you, the Bible has been taken from older texts and compiled into a Bible. If you look up your own history, the Bible, it has so many different versions of the Bible. Abraham Lincoln even has his own version of the Bible. He took everything out of the Bible that he thought that he wanted, and he compiled it in the text. And you can also probably find that in your library. I think you can, if they let that out. But that's a little known fact. But so to say this, just to give like a little background of it, one of the I think it was the Golden Dawn, one of its first members had taken he got his wife the Rider-Waite deck, tarot deck. That was pretty much one of the first decks to come out of this whole ordeal. After, it's kind of like a game of telephone, but at the same time there are a lot of things. I don't have a traditional Rider-Waite deck with me. Someone lifted it from me. You know who you are. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyways, but I will use this older one to kind of give a little picture, and I think it helps to know a little bit about the history and why some of us view tarot as something more than what it is because a lot of these drawings, they have esoteric meanings, and what esoteric is an archaic thing. These things are hidden from actual view, actual knowledge. People don't know the real meaning of these things because these hermetic orders used a lot of these symbolic images to convey messages to each other about the truth, or whatever the truth they feel like it was from whatever text that they were getting. So to divine is to use these messages from these very old spirituality based drawings and texts, and that's what the traditional Rider-Waite, or the I don't know what it was called before. I think this book explains it. I forgot what it was called before, but the members of the Golden Dawn, one of the main members, he was telling his wife like what to put on the cards, what numbers to put on there, what to draw, and so she drew them. So I think that's really cool that a lot of people don't know that a woman drew the tarot deck, which the beginning tarot deck. So that's pretty awesome. So if you follow certain modalities and lines of thinking for tarot, or just divination in all its entirety, you will understand that energy transfers to other things. This is how we are able to divine some of these things. This is how we're able to pass on messages through the symbols that we have here. You see the Death card and the Reaper actually sowing. He's sowing his harvest. He's actually coming to get what is his. But that's another meaning for another day. But so Cassi, you wanted to know what all, like how to even read the cards. Mind you, we live in a day and age where the internet is completely full of garbage. It's full of garbage, but it's also full of truth as well. And so we have to kind of know what's a good resource and what is not a good resource. Luckily for us, we have a lot of resources online that can convey what the tarot cards mean. Also getting books like I do every now and then to kind of like brush up or to give you a little bit more insight to cards can also help you if you're into, going into depth, but it does help you to be very, very accurate. A lot of times, if you want to start out, you can just draw a card, and we can actually talk about how to draw a card. So There's a lot of people that do this. Oops. Well, what is that about? It's calling me the high priestess with 5 pentacles. Ain't nobody got time for that. But anyway, never mind. We're not going to talk about it's calling me the high priestess that popped out. That's interesting. So, I'm sorry. I can't help but like look like what popped out. But, yeah, the Hermit with the Ten of Chalices popped out. Yeah. Um, we are going within. They want to say this is about going within. Um, there are a lot of these cards that are correlated to different zodiac signs. A lot of them are associated with numbers. A lot of the newer symbolism. It's very. I think everyone should probably start out with a Rider-Waite deck because it's going to give you the basic vision of what the card actually is. They have a lot of cards online. I know that there's you could go on Amazon and I think you could spend like 9, 10, 11 bucks for a deck, and it will teach you how to, it has the actual like a good rundown of the meanings on what's actually on the card, along with the visual of whatever the symbolism for that card is. And so it could make it very, very easy for you to read. Watching some tarot readings could actually help you understand for quite some time. If you're wanting to learn the context of how to pair the cards and how to read it that way, you have to know what the cards are first before you do that, and then you apply it to what you're asking about. There are very many ways to read cards. There are very many different spreads. A lot of the time, I recommend people learn the Celtic cross spread. That is just the basic of basic spreads to ever learn, and that's just to give you the rundown on a situation. This is one of the first little books that I have ever bought. And this is kind of crazy. This thing is over a decade old. Mind you, this thing is over a decade old. I keep books really nice, but and it looks like I just bought it. But the deck is like worn out. It came with like a little bitty deck. You see this deck? This deck is over 10 years old. And it came from inside of there. But I'm looking up, I want to show you a picture of this. So take a cross spread. Here we go. I just popped up to it. Okay. This is a Celtic cross spread. Basically, the first card, it says the heart of the matter. The center of the card signifies the current situation, which will always be that middle card below. The second on top of it is what crosses you. That's basically what is kind of like hindering the situation or like stopping you from like getting to where you want to go. Sometimes it could be a positive card too. The 3, which is on the top of that, which is right here, is the root cause of the situation, why the situation is what it is. The very root. The 4 is like past influence, things that may have helped you get up to this certain point that kind of like aided things along, whether it's good or bad. Number 5 is the goal or the outcome, which is this one. So it goes 1, 2, 3. I'm crazy. Yeah. 4, 5, 6. Did I do that right? No, I had it all messed up. Ooh, I'm rusted. Anyways, never mind that. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, I remember. It's kind of like just doing it's kind of weird. Okay, anyways. The 6 is the immediate future. So if things were to come out as, let's say if things were to take its course right now, and nothing were to change, there were to be no type of like interference, like everything's exactly what it is, this is what's gonna happen. um, but that is tarot in itself. I like to tell people that this is what tarot is in itself. It is the current energy of what is going on now. If there is no outside influences, which it could always be like that because that's what life is. Um, in that they people say that tarot is unreliable in that respect because things can change in the blink of an eye, which is very very true. But it always helps to know the current situation as well when you're asking. So you just kind of have to sift through it mentally and be like, is what's going to change, like what can change. So the number 7, which you start to go down, should be right here. Oh, wait a minute, I'm tripping. Oh, wow. I am so rusty. That is so bad. Okay. You go up. I don't know why I thought going down. I don't know. 7 is the quarant, which is you. This is you. You are the quaranter. You are the person that's asking these questions. You are the person that's wanting to know what's going on. It tells you what you need to do to better yourself in order to make the situation go the way that you want it to go, basically. 8, which we're going up. So number 8 is external influences. It's people who, it could be people, it could be things, it could be a way of thinking, depending on whatever card that's going to pop out. It's letting you know what's on that outside, but not necessarily super close to the situation, that could possibly kind of like shift it different ways. We like to think about things in the spirituality world sometimes as the butterfly effect. There's one thing that can change the flapping of the wings of a butterfly, the wind that comes off of it can change a situation just like that. 9. 9 is hopes and fears. Yeah, it kind of it this that card is very, it's kind of loaded to me sometimes because like it's kind of like a wild card sometimes because it can tell you what you should be able to hope out of the situation if nothing changes. It can tell you someone else's fears about what's going on. It could tell you about a fear that can possibly manifest depending on what card that came out in that spot. Ooh, these things at low power mode. How did I not hook this phone up? I'm gonna have to hook this phone up. Anyway, and then 10, number 10 is the final result. Yeah, that's gonna tell you the dead hard fact. That's gonna be the specific outcome. Now, there are like I say, there are very many ways to read tarot cards. It depends on what kind of hi, I hope you're doing well. It depends on what kind of question that you're asking. Are you asking a yes or no question? Then you need to kind of research what's a yes or no card. Like, let's say, will I have a great day tomorrow? But even for me, I know I'm going to have a wonderful day tomorrow because that's what I claim, because I believe that what you have in your mind is what will manifest. It's what you will see. It's kind of like, you like the color, let's say you like the color or green, or you like green Dodge Rams or something. You will see that all the time. Your mind will pick it up every time that you're driving down the street. That's just how our mind is set up. So, ooh, okay. So, it says tomorrow with the 7 of Cups, many, many choices, many, many things to do, probably many places to go as well, with the Princess of Swords. So, the Princess of Swords, okay, I shouldn't even use this deck. I should just buy a Rider-Waite deck. I just know the cards, and so like I don't buy the traditional, because I know the meanings anyway. So I just buy the really funky, weird decks. Um, I don't. It's fine if you're a beginner and you want to do that, but at least know the meaning of the cards before you start trying to interpret them, because many decks can come. That's also another thing. Many decks can come with kind of like different energies. Like one that I use for like, I'll say this one that I use for like malignancy, or like kind of like tough sticky situations a lot of the time, and you know you're dealing with like a little booger or something like that. I'll go for the Buffy the Vampire deck too, because it really, like, if you look at some of the imagery, it really brings out some of those feelings of what the situation, like, you're already feeling. So it's very, very easy to interpret. Like, I'll say this, I'm not going to go over all 72 cards. Was it 72? No, it's not. 76. No, 78. I'm crazy. 78, right? 78 cards, something like that. I'm bad. Anyways, let's say the Three of Stakes. Now, mind you, in these different funky, like weird artsy decks, they're going to be labeled different things. Like, Three of Stakes. This means Three of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck, or the traditional tarot deck. The Three of Wands is basically someone that is committed and ready and waiting for new horizons and things to come into their life, or something that they've really been waiting for something to come into fruition. Now, we flip it, we're using this Buffy deck, right? And so it says the Three of Stakes. She has three stakes that are sharpened and ready to go in a vampire's heart, right? She has this, she's the vampire, right? And she has this chain that has a cuff on it that's been loose. So she's, you know, ready, willing, and waiting to trap somebody, something, to get what she wants, to get that, you know, final sense of accomplishment, what she's been waiting for. She waits in the desert because all that you can do is wait in the desert or you die, right? The water is elsewhere. And then in the traditional rider sorry, Rider-Waite deck, I think you'll notice like a boat, and, you know, three staffs, and someone waiting on a hill for that boat to come and take them away, or bring them goods, or, you know, to bring sustenance, to bring them to the promised land type of energy. A card of, you know, waiting and hopefulness. And with brashness too, because it is fire energy. Now, when we were talking about these tarot cards that have different esoteric meanings from, we were talking about how the Order of the Golden Dawn, one of its members, got his wife to draw the tarot. She had to draw a lot of things, and the cards, whether we believe it or not, they're so fully loaded with different meanings. Like, we're talking about earth, air, fire, water. The Princess of Swords, which we're talking about, this is actually the Page of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. A lot of people think that this is like some kind of like spying card, which it is. It is a card of learning. It's a card of insight. You see, as the Sword of Truth, it's actually pointing inward towards the woman that is holding it. The sun also represents, light, fullness, being able to shine a light on the truth. You can't turn your eyes fully away from the sun because it is everywhere. And the sun card represents Leo. This is an air card. Swords are air. Cups, Seven of Cups. Cups are water. These are many, many, many choices. Many, many, many things. Many, many different feelings, emotions, and actions, and just going into different cups. Cups is emotions, feelings, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, um, swords, air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. These are the things that you want to learn about the cards before effectively reading them. But as you see, she is turning the light within herself, or turning it on herself, to kind of learn more about whatever situation. So we might be learning something tomorrow with the Seven of Cups, with the many choices that were given from what I pulled for myself. So that's very interesting. Can't wait to find out. Okay, so let's draw another one. It's just you get pentacle cards. You're talking about your stability. You're talking about your financial material gains, things that you can touch, things that you can profit off of, just things that's going to help you with sustenance. And you get that with earth signs. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Yes, yes, yes. So these are definite things. Oh, and I don't know if I said this, but the wands are fire. Yeah. Yep, just what we're talking about. Nine of Pentacles. Very, very fun. Very here and there with everything almost needed. This is somebody who enjoys the fruits of whatever that they do have. And a lot of people think that this is like this, if we're talking about relationships. Also, it depends on what you're asking about. Are you asking about relationships? Are you asking about health? Which I honestly, as someone, oh, sorry, old age, my knees, my knees. Okay, guys, yeah. Oh, the age of 36 is settling in. I'm not 36 yet, but it's gonna happen this year. Anyway, ow, that hurts. Gotta take my MSN and chondroitin. Don't you laugh at me. Anyways, yeah. So it just depends on what you're asking. It depends on the question, or like it just, they're so fully loaded. They can give you a lot of different meanings, and that's why it's so important to understand some esoteric things also. That's why I don't understand people who are highly religious, which is fine, to each their own, but who's highly religious and follow a doctrine that this divination and everything else is witchcraft, when, and like, do this, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. That's why I don't pay attention to readers who push against like witchcraft, which divining falls into that sector. You know what I mean? Like, it just does. I am sorry. And so I think a lot of people get on here, of course, for the money and stuff. And or whatever clout, or whatever. They just do what they do, which, it's fine, but at the same time, study on it and know what you're talking about. And like, you can't be up against witchcraft, and you can't be up against anything esoteric, and do this, because you're doing the exact thing. And people say, oh, you can do whatever you want. That's fine. I believe you can. Like me myself, I believe you can do whatever you like. Like, you can. It's just the fact that if you are, leading to people jumping off of a cliff with no goal at the end, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to know what you're speaking about. And I think people should be very, very honest with themselves. And how can you be honest with other people, which is what we are trying to do for introspection as far as divination goes, and you're not being honest with yourself when it comes to why you're doing it and what this actually is. Some people view it as a game because it had been a game for millennia, but as being a spiritual person and knowing certain laws, you know that energy transfers, and you know that this is a way to divine. It is a way to speak, is a way to find out things that you might not be able to find out verbally from other people, other situations, and other things. And it helps you kind of put the Lego blocks together to be able to come with a solution on how to best approach a situation. That is what tarot really in the realm of divining and witchcraft. That is what it's for. All this other stuff, I don't know, baby. I don't know. And it can go the same way with oracle readings. It's the very, very, very same thing. And the reason why is because a lot of these energies, they transfer. And what I'm saying by energy, I mean like as far as divining, it is like I didn't say this earlier, but it's cartomancy, which is basically divining with cards. That's what tarot is, divining with cards. It's cartomancy. So, it's up to you to believe some of these people that get on here and they push religion and speak wildly against witchcraft, but yet they're doing it. Just saying. It's nothing bad. It really isn't, because if we really talk about the witch of Endor in the Bible, they used her, and then they didn't talk about her after they got their use out of her. What? No one wants to talk about that. That's because a lot of the versions that we know present day, they've been chopped up, and they come from a different archaic text, like for one, the Emerald Tablets. Look up the Emerald Tablets. I think learning about some esoteric things will help people better be able to read the tarot. I know that this video is long, Cassie, and I'm so sorry. I could go on forever, but you can look up different spreads online, and you could find what spread works best for you, or what spreads you like, what type of questions you like. You don't even have to do spreads, to be quite honest. You can start out with like 5, 4, 3 card spreads, and just you can pull from the top, whatever you feel guided to. Pull from the bottom after shuffling, whatever pops out and it sticks out to you. Take that card, read it, put it down, take another, read it, pull it down, take another, pull it down. What did I pull out? The Queen of Chalices and the Chariot with the Page of Stakes. So mind you, I'm not reading from the Rider-Waite, I'm reading from the Buffy deck. So we have the Queen of Chalices, right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio type of energy. This is a very loving individual, sometimes a very homely, lovely, yes, lovely, very feminine, emotional individual with the Chariot, which is also, I get a couple off of this, but heavy Cancer energy, man. Even people don't believe this, but if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite with the tarot, there's a Sphinx in there. So I look at the esoteric drawings on the card also to be able to better interpret the cards. Leo as well, but a lot of people, they'll say Cancer, which it is. So big Cancer energy with the Page of Stakes. Also could be talking about to a Cancer or Leo, or someone that's dealing with Leo or Cancer. Someone could really like horses. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that. Someone really likes horses. Or they have like someone has horse statue somewhere, something like that. I don't know. I don't know whoever clicked on that. Someone could really be a big fan of candles too. Me. But yeah, yeah, the Page of Stakes, which is also it's the Page of Wands. These are exciting, exciting new beginnings. Um, Someone's intuition is going to bring them to victory. Someone might think that they also have, I don't know why I'm just saying this, but someone might think they're coming in third place. You're not. You're coming in first. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I don't know. Just, yeah. But that is divining. That is divining. Um, yeah. But please, if you are starting out, get yourself that learner deck from Amazon. It could help you a lot. It could give you keywords. You can make yourself your own little, get you a deck that you even really like that you don't mind writing on. You can write it on it yourself, you know, on some like keywords that are going to help you be able to interpret the cards. Um, there's, yeah, just like this page of skies. Skies look like this, but in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, this is the page, or no, why did I say page? No one's mowing. It was somebody spying that's not supposed to be spying. Get away, person. Don't be in the bushes anyways. No, I'm just joking. This is the Seven of Skies, which is the Seven of Swords. So this is a air energy. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. This is somebody who is stealing shit away from the camp and they're going off to another camp to give them the swords or to give them stealing from someone to give to themselves. Someone who is being underhanded, a situation that's going awry, a miscommunication, a misappropriation type of energy. Someone wants to do it sneakily as well with the page of why am I want to say page of swords. Page of swords is not, it's Seven of Swords. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, Cassie, there are many ways to read a deck, even if you have to just pull those cards one by one and then look up the cards. There are many like wonderful interpretations and explanations of a card if you look at it online. And then once you read what that card is about and you can apply it to your situation, you can like pull a couple cards a day to get familiar with it, because a lot of this is being familiar. You have to know the meanings of these things and what you're actually looking at, and it does really help when you know some esotericism. It helps so much. You will be able to interpret things that a lot of other people will not be able to interpret. I'm gonna cut this off and I'm going to actually just do like a really quick online read because I haven't done it in quite some time. And I hope that, Cassie, I really hope that this has helped you a little bit in kind of like your journey and getting started with tarot readings. And I think this is a really cool book to get to, Essential Tarot Writings by Donald Tyson. Yeah. This kind of, it gives you a little bit of history on it, and then like it tells you about some of the cards and why some of it was put on there. Um, and it's gonna help you so much now. And see, I told you I can go on forever with this. I can, because not only do these cards have they're pulled from so many different archaic texts. It doesn't matter whether it be the Emerald Tablets, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Egyptian Book of Life, whatever Thoth, the Egyptian god Thoth had written. about some things too. Like it's just a lot, a lot. And I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but there is I think there's a video because if you lay all 78 cards, if you lay them all from beginning to end, because the full starts at 0, and then it just goes on until the very end. 21, what is that, world? Something like that. I'm rusty. I'm a rusty teacher. But anyway, it will tell you a whole story with those cards if you lay them out. And I think they have a video here on YouTube with it. I haven't watched it myself. I need to, just to, be able to speak on it. But like, I just wanted to tell people that I'm not even sure who put it on here. But if you, I think you could like type in tarot story or something like that, and it should have the full card as one of the in the thumbnail, something like that. And I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if it's an hour long or something like that, but I think that could probably help you to as well get a really cool rundown of the story of it. There are so many different spreads, like you have no clue. You really, like when people do, like, I think Wheel of the Year or something, and I've never done those because they're like very intricate, and like they're just, I think it's really cool when some tarot readers do that, or some psychics do that. I love it. But anyway, guys, I will be on very, very soon to do a live collective tarot reading. Please like and thumbs up this video if anything I said made any sort of sense to you, or if you're interested in reading tarot. And I will see you all very, very soon. Peace. And thank you, Cassie.